Well, hello GT fans, welcome back to another exciting video, a podium in top splits, which saw me getting a massive 375 points. I will give commentary, also show you some great highlights, some big moments in the race from other races as well, which I will show you. Names like Kie25, VQS Pepi, Coque Lopez, Dstinct Damian and many more. So let's just start by this. I jumped on 45 minutes before the race, managed to like the track, and I could get in a decent lap at least with a few minutes to spare, which means that I had about 5 minutes to do a few warm-up laps with full tank. So I would like to start with that, my hot lap, and then from there we can take it and start and head off to the race. Alright, well there you have it. Definitely another 10th or 2 in there for next time, I'm sure of it. So remember, during this race there will be various moments in this video where I will jump to action other than myself, as there were a few things happening during the course of the race, trust me. So make sure you watch closely. You'll see Kie25, Coque Lopez, Pepi, Damian, some more, and yeah, it's great fun. So are you ready? Let's hit it. Alright, so first we'll jump on board. I'm going to leave this for about half a lap, which is about 25 seconds, just for you to absorb the new cockpit view for spectating. Have a look at this, listen to the sounds, and I'll be with you shortly. Alright, so as you can see, the gap to the front and the back is about a second, and all I'm trying to do is settle in nicely. Still a bit cold, not settled. Obviously didn't really prepare for this race, so I'm not sure with regards to the fuel management. I know you're supposed to save a lot and make it for 20 laps without saving, so at this stage I'm trying mapping 2 during the first sector, short shifting quite significantly, and then not dropping as low as one would expect with regards to the gears. As you can see here, still a little bit early on the brakes, and trying to really understand the actual laws of the race, if I can put it that way. So at this point in time, I'm just trying to get my feet, tap it in the water, get a little bit used to it, maybe shake up with a bit of rust. As you can see, all the purple laps that the guys are doing on the left. The previous one was Dstinct Damian. He's absolutely flooring it at the moment in his Subaru. Ahead of us in P1, VQS Pepi is absolutely flying. There I'm starting to do my 6s and 7s. There you can see D-Chafe, which is Damian Chafe, part of the Dstinct team, definitely pushing it. He's behind me. He's obviously trying to get into my slip, just as I'm trying to find my feet, so not really going to have a breather. He's going to be on my neck, so I need to try and catch up to P3 to at least try and get myself away from the highly attacking Damian Chafe, who is Dstinct Damian. As you can see, P3 ahead of me just had a little moment, and that might have helped me a bit. However, I had a moment myself, so at this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, fine, 20 laps, even though the tire wear is low, 1 or 2 pixels more tire wear at the end of the race, which is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 the laps, then perhaps there I can have a 10th or maybe a 1050 on the all-wheel drive cars, which is the Subarus, one ahead of me, one behind me. Mr. Pobrick himself, VQS Pepi, running in P1, is currently also in the M4. He's obviously done 1 or 2 races, perhaps a little bit more laps than what I have to prepare for this race, so you can definitely see that by the lap times that he's doing and the gap that he's currently progressing. Whoop. Little moment there, like I said, not really 100% here. However, this is where I tell myself, just get your head in order and just get it here, gain the positions. You're already in P4, good solid points, gaps to the front and back, not too much to be considered or worried about. Only Damian behind you, and then there's a massive gap going all the way to P6. That is where you don't want to be. And anyway, for more of me later, let's quickly jump in with VQS Pepi, the man on fire at the moment. He's one of the fastest racers in the world. He's always been in top splits, and yeah, the man really doesn't need an introduction. So basically what I want to show you is how the M4 is supposed to be driven during the course of this race, just so that you can see I'm about 0.250 off, 2.5 tenths to 3 tenths a lap, currently off a little bit sideways there. The man is currently pushing out quite a few laps, so basically what I'm going to do now is around the hairpin I'm going to switch to him and let you enjoy his fastest lap, which is going to be the next lap. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Trying to dial in the laps, just starting to get the hang of things. As you can see, I have caught up with P3A, and over the next 3 laps I'm going to fast forward during my chase down. But before the confident chase down, have a look at this rookie move. Yes, gents, if I had 0 gear, I would shift it. Let's do the chase down. See you now. Alright guys, apart from that rookie mistake we just had, almost shot the pistons out the bonnet. As you can see here, I have caught up about at lap 9, just the start of it. I definitely have to make my move as soon as possible because Damian is breathing down our neck. He's ready to pounce, so I'm gonna jump to him shortly. There's a few things, unfortunately, that happened to him, but let's quickly have a look at this lap. Can I catch up and overtake P3 successfully and grab that podium? I have a good run on him down this massive hill here, around the hairpin. He has a good exit, I have a good exit. Luckily for me, the Subaru is very good at handling. However, I have a little more horsepower. Can I make it? Let's have a look. Will I succeed? Get the overtake. He's on the outside. He steps off the track, gives me an opportunity. Take the inside. Manage to have a good exit. Try and keep it tight to the right. Secure my position. Have I nailed it? Let's quickly have a look at an instant replay of 2 different views just for good camera work. As you can see, he steps off. Nice move on the inside. He's a super respectable driver. Gives the space. And I managed to succeed. As you can see, just behind us, Dstinct Damian is ready to make a move. So one final move, as the real racer would see it. Nice dive on the inside, stepping out, trying to regain it, pushing it through, and successfully sorting it out. So let's see if I can keep him from regaining his position going into this final hairpin. Directly after this, I'm gonna show you guys 3 super cool moments in a bit. Alright, Kie25. Not in a top 5 car here, I must admit. However, he is absorbing a ton of pressure, pushing the limits of the McLaren. He has a World Tour driver smelling his blood. So we will jump on board with Kie just to see how he manages in the next 2 laps. So stay tuned, it does get quite exciting. Before we get to that, I have to share a moment with you guys. While I was recording, you can hear this. My mate is watching the Kie, and this is what he does. I have to play that again. This is what he does. He didn't even notice. The Kie. This is HK Coque watching Kie's live stream while I'm busy doing my recording and editing. So I just thought I'd pop it in there before we jump on board with Kie25. The Kie. Please, if anybody could clip that, that's going to be massive. I think it's quite cool. Okay, so as you can see, Kie is definitely pushing the limits of the car. He knows that his car is not one of the strongest here, and he has to do the best possible attacks of the corners and get the best possible lines in order to, how could I say this, avoid the charge from the World Tour driver behind him, who is BFR Devilsoul. Definitely not one to shy away from driving in the top splits, multiple finals, top 16s, you name it. So this is getting quite intense. And just as I say that, commentators curse, Devilsoul is right up Kie's rear end. They are approaching this dangerous hairpin in the middle of the track. Will Devilsoul pull off this move, or will he bump draft? Let's have a look. He knows that the McLaren is not one of the fastest. He wants to make a move to try and push ahead. He successfully predicts the dive. There you have it. Macca's not going to stand a chance after this. But anyway, let's go to this next exciting clip with Dstinct Damian. While all that was happening with Kie, Damian saw that I overtook P3 and I have now gained that position. He has also caught up with the both of us, and he is definitely smelling blood at this moment. However, again, obviously it's a replay, but I'll still call it a commentator's curse. He has a little step off, which I'll get through shortly. He's been putting in rapid amounts of times, and he has grown significantly over the last couple of months. Unfortunately for him, as he pushes up, a little bit on the throttle, a little bit too early, he goes off into the sand trap. Very unfortunate. He's not one to make mistakes like that. So I'm going to just slightly forward. He lost all that momentum going into the next track, having dirty tires, also seeing him lose another 3/4 tenths here, and this has put Coque Lopez, who needs no introduction, right on his rear end. Coque Lopez and C-Lux both are now having a move. He steps off again, unfortunately, loses his position now to C-Lux, and Coque Lopez also getting back into this action behind him. So I'm gonna just step away from this view, have a look at this tight battle, a little bit argy-bargy, clean racing nonetheless, under severe pressure. Damian goes on the outside, Coque Lopez takes the inside, he keeps it clear, a little bit of contact. Unfortunately, he says, no way, I'm gonna try and get that position back. Unfortunately, just loses out on that position. Dstinct Damian, a good mate of mine, brilliant racer. I'm sure that he improved his race times. I think he's had a 400 before as well. He had a massive 390 now in the Nations race on Sunday. So very unfortunate to see him making this mistake of 2. But nonetheless, also, let's have a look at Pepi again, pushing the laps, and then, yes, it happens to the best of us. Look at him, unfortunately, trying to exit quite fast. Let's look at that from a different angle. Steps on the gas, runs it out. Brilliant save. Definitely needs to get onto the power right away, as P2 is now going to be breathing down his neck. He was pushing it, as you could see, all the fastest laps, and looks like Karma just said again, sorry mates, you're gonna have a little mistake. So that was quite cool. Let's quickly have a look at my last 3 laps, and then we'll get to that shortly. Okay, so eventually by lap 17 I managed to get a good run. This is my hard lap. As you can see here, we just quickly pushed through my last few laps. Just want to show that I think I managed a 0.6 on this lap, which is about 2.5 tenths, as you can see, away from the fastest times. I was very happy with this, especially with this being my first race, and also my only race. I wasn't going to risk going again. Managed to get some good rhythm, a little bit better on the exit there, managed to get some more traction, get a feeling, and also P4 didn't make me get the podium spots easy either. So from laps 18 and 19 I really tried pushing it to finally get that little bit of a gap between myself and P4, just getting the consistency going at the moment. At this point in stage there was no real reason to push too hard, apart from trying to keep ahead of P4. So that was quite interesting. As you can see, this is going to be lap 18. Have a look at the laps 18, and then yeah, I will be with you guys shortly with the end of the run. This is the last lap. As you can see, I managed to keep the gap going and secure the position. I'll quickly run through this and show you where everybody ended up at the end of the race. It was a blast, 375 points in the bag. I'm happy. A little bit of a few moments that I would rather not have had. So, great racing after all. If there's something that you guys noted or anything that you guys would like to add, comment, I'll be great. I'll appreciate that. For anybody else that would like to like and subscribe, thank you, I would love that. So as you can see, P3, P4, P5 coming through, Mr. Lux. Then also, as you can see, 6, 7 popping through. And Damian coming through at the end here, as well as Kie25 hitting it up as well to finish that off. So thanks a million for popping in, guys. Please do hit that like and subscribe button. Ciao, ciao, ciao.